Hello, this is Bunton Cole with your visual functional mathematics at level 2. This is the first of 4 lessons on the third and final chapter of the level 2 program, which is on data handling. This is very important because you'll be applying a lot of what you've learned in previous lessons and previous units in our efforts to understand how we handle data and make sense of it. So here goes with lesson 1 on part 3, data handling. And today's topic is the basics, median, mode, mean and range, which are very, very essentials in finding averages. In this lesson, you'll learn that median is a type of average. Mode is also a type of average. Mean is another type of average. And range is the gap between the biggest and the smallest. The keywords you'll be familiar with are median, mode, range, mean, average, and data. They are important because you will come across them a lot as you progress into higher education and possibly research. So, what is median? Median is a type of average. An average is a number that summarizes a set of data. One of the averages that you need to know about is called the median. This is the middle value of a set of data when values are arranged in size order. Let's look at example 1. Work out the median of the following data: 10, 6, 4, 7, 9, 2, 9, 3, 3, 7, and 9. The first thing you do is to arrange the data in order of sizes. You remember numbers? How you should arrange numbers in order to make sense out of them. And the median is the middle value. So, arranged, you have 2, 3, 3, 4, 6, 7, 7, 9, 9, 9, and 10, 11 numbers. And the middle value is 7. The easiest way to find this is to count in from each end of the arranged data until you have one number left. In other words, to find the middle number. But it's not always that easy. For example, if there is an even number of values, the median might not be an actual data value. Instead, it will be arranged halfway between the two values that are in the middle. So what do? You add them and then you divide by 2. For example, if you have a problem like this, the bookshop records the amount of money that the last 10 customers spend. £25, 35, 41, 60, 62, 18, 13, 28, 50 and £100. What is the median amount of money spent? Let's find out how we do, but first of all, don't forget to arrange them in ascending order. There are 10 data values, so the middle of the data is halfway between the 5th and the 6th values, which is 35 and 41. Please look at the arrows. To calculate the median, work out what number is exactly halfway between 35 and 41. Do this by adding them together and then dividing by 2. And your answer will be 38, and that is our median. You might be able to work out what the halfway point is in your head, but it's not always the case. If you have numbers like 1 and 3, you know that the median is 2. But when you have numbers that are not obvious, then you have to add them and divide by 2. Then we have the mode, which is another type of average. The mode is the most common value that appears in a set of data. For example, work out the mode for the following data: 10, 6, 4, 7, 9, 2, 9, 3, 3, 7, and 9. First, arrange the data in order of sizes, starting from 2, 3, 3, 4, 6, 7, 7, 9, 9, 9, and 10. The mode is 9 because 9 appears the highest number of times, which is 3 times. Let's look at practice question set 1, which will enable you to practice what you've already learned. 1. Sharon has been timing her journey to work for the past 7 days. The times are 45 minutes, 36 minutes, 29 minutes, 40 minutes, 32 minutes, 38 minutes, 44 minutes. What is Sharon's median time? Question 2. Look at the numbers in the bar on the right. What is the mode? Question 3. Jonathan makes boxes at a factory. The number of boxes he can make in 10 minutes per period has been counted, and the numbers he made were 8, 7, 8, 7, 6, 8, and 6. A. What is the mode of the numbers of boxes that Jonathan made? And then B. What is the median number of boxes that Jonathan made? And then question 4. Weights of 6 cars are 1,800 kilograms, 1,750 kilograms, 1,880 kilograms, 1,940 kilograms, 1,760 kilograms, and 1,820 kilograms. What are the median weight? Show a check of how you got your answers for A. And the answers are as follows. Question 1, 38 minutes. Question 2, 3. Question 3, A, 8 boxes, and B, 7 boxes. Question 4, A, 810 kilograms, and B, 1,810 times 2 is equal to 3,620, and 1,800 plus 1,820 is equal to 3,620. Let's look at mean and range. The mean is another type of average. Another average that you need to know, which is important. To work out the mean, add up all the numbers in the set data or in the set of data. Divide the total by how many numbers there are. And if you know the other method of averaging, which are median and mode, which we've dealt with. Example of finding the mean. The table shows the broadband speed of a group of residents in a town. What is the mean broadband speed? First, add up the numbers. 6.7, 13.6, 7.9, 12.2, 17.1. Add them up together and you'll have 57.5. Secondly, there are 5 numbers, so divide the total of 57.5 by 5 and you'll have 11.5. So the mean is 11.5 megabytes per second. And on the right you'll see details of the data. This will reinforce your knowledge that using tables is very, very important when you're handling data. Now we look at range, which is the gap between the biggest and the smallest. The range is the difference between the biggest value and the smallest value. And to work out the range, write down all the numbers in order from the smallest to the biggest, and then subtract the smallest number from the biggest number. Do you see how organizing your data is important? This is one of the reasons why we learned about numbers. Make sure you know about numbers first, how to organize numbers, how to find the smallest from the largest, their positions, their values, and so on. Let's look at an example of finding the range. Babies are weighed when they are born. The weights of the babies born at a hospital this week in kilograms are 2.2, 3.6, 2.6, 4.1, 4, 2.9, 2.5 and 3.2. Work out the range in the weights of newborn babies. And what you have to do is first write the weight in order of sizes, starting from 2.2, 2.4, 2.6, 2.9, right up to 4.1. Subtract the smallest number, which is 2.2, from the largest, which is 4.1. And your range is 4.1 minus 2.2, which is equal to 1.9 kilograms. Quite big babies, aren't they? And then practice question set 2. 1. Calculate the mean and the range for each set of data below. A. 14, 78, 2, 89, and 12. B. 2.4, 8.9, 1.2, 0.5, 0, and 12.2. C. 543, 789, 1003, 24. Question 2. Gilly stacks 12 boxes. The height of the stack is 36 feet. A. Work out the mean height of the boxes. Then B. The range of the heights of the boxes is 4 feet. The tallest box has a height of 5.2 feet. What is the height of the smallest box? Question 3. A vet weighs all the cats and all the dogs that she treats one day. A. The mean weight of the cats was 3.9 kilograms. The total weight of all the cats was 42.9 kilograms. How many cats did she treat? And B. The mean weight of the dogs was 13 kilograms. She treated 8 dogs. The vet says that the range of the weight was 108 kilograms. Explain how you know that she was wrong. And the answers, question 1. A. Mean 39, range 87. B. Mean 4.2, range 12.2. C. Mean 589.75, range 979. Question 2. A. 3 feet. B. 1.2 feet. And question 3. A. 11 cats. B. If the mean is 13 and she treated 8 dogs, then the total weight of the dogs is 13 times 8, which is 104 kilograms. The range cannot be greater than the total. So the vet was wrong. And that's the end of our lesson. But before we go, it's important that we look at what we have learned, what you're expected to know at the end of this lesson. You have now learned that median is a type of average. Mode is also a type of average. Mean is another type of average. Range is the gap between biggest and smallest. You have also been given practice tests to reinforce your knowledge. Please, please, please attempt all the practice tests before you look at the answers. Then check your answers. The chances are, as soon as you finish a topic, you look at the practice test, you will get them all right. But the most important thing is, do you really know what you've done? If you do, and you got them all right, that's fantastic. Giving yourself a pat on the back because you deserve it, and it's good to celebrate. If you got some wrong, it's no big deal. We learn from our mistakes. Just find out where you went wrong, make your corrections, and move on. So that's the end of our first lesson in section 3, data handling of level 2 course. We have 3 more lessons to go, but we're going to get there. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourselves. I'll see you next week. Bye.